Welcome to the Fantasy Football Prophet Podcast, hosted by Craig Phillips and Jeff Torrey. Visit us at fantasyfootballprophet.com. And now your hosts, Craig and Jeff.
Welcome everyone to the Fantasy Football Prophet Podcast. I'm Craig Phillips, joined as always by Jeff Torrey, and today we have kind of a mailbag type show again like we do every Thursday. A lot of different trade questions, maybe a couple start, sit, flex questions as well. And then we'll end the show going over doing our point spread picks for week 5, which we improved. We did improve a little bit this week, Jeff. We're getting better. I think as the season goes on, we're trying to learn it a little bit. I did beat you this week.
I actually don't know where I ended up.
Yeah, we'll go over that later on in the second half of the show, which will be sponsored by MyBookie. So I've been going on MyBookie now every week, and it's just a great place to go bet on the games. It's just makes it a little more interesting. I'll say that. That's pretty much the main thing with using MyBookie is it might be a game I don't even care about. It might be a game that there's no, especially those Thursday night games, Sunday night games, Monday night games. If I don't have fantasy implications, I'm going to throw some money down on MyBookie every time. So that's what I've been doing in those little parlays and stuff. I've been trying to hit one with, I did a little 3-team parlay picking the Packers, I think the Saints and the Jaguars all against the spread. Got them all right. Won a little bit of cash.
Oh, nice.
And then with MyBookie, there's no worry about getting it back. Some of those online sites are a little fishy. You don't get your money. This one you actually can. But you can also not just football. You can go bet on Conor McGregor this weekend. Think McGregor's going to win coming back MMA, UFC this week, maybe. You can even bet. No, you can bet that he'll get knocked out in the first round. That'd be awesome.
I won't put that bet
down.
But
He probably wins some big money if he does.
Yeah, real big money.
So you go check out MyBookie. Use the promo code PROPHET. You'll get your first deposit matched 100% if you do that. So go in there and throw $50 in, and they'll give you another 50. So why not? Go take a chance. Maybe bet a little bit, win some more money here. But we'll go over our point spread picks for the week, which if you actually followed mine last week, you probably would have won some money. So starting to get to that point. You can also go follow us on Twitter at the FF Prophet or Instagram, Fantasy Football Prophet. The website's fantasyfootballprophet.com. Go check out our rankings on the website. We'll change them throughout the week as we get more, injury news as we keep going into Sunday. And you can go support us on Patreon at patreon.com/fantasyfootballprophet. Oh, shoot. I should also throw out the YouTube page again. Go subscribe to us there. We got more content coming up there that's not just on the podcast. So go check us out. We might have some good stuff there. But I have a lot of trade questions that have come in this week. So it's always interesting to go over what we actually think here. It kind of shows how we value players maybe in situations. But so here's a question. This guy's he's actually trying to get Gronkowski, which maybe this is time to do it if you want Gronk. The injury.
It definitely is the time.
So would you trade Robert Woods and Geronimo Allison to get Gronk?
I think that's a solid trade for both sides. Obviously, if you think Gronk is going to return to his form, I don't think that Geronimo Allison and Robert Woods are irreplaceable, but Woods is playing at a very high level. So I think that is, I would.
I don't mind that because I feel like if you have one of them, if you have those players, you probably have better receivers than that, obviously.
Yeah.
So you're just...
Yeah, and I don't think that they'll necessarily, die off by any means, but I think you can replace it because I'm doubting you're playing both of them. And Gronk, if he does return, I think you get the better side of that as far as the makeup of your team. I assume you also don't have a very good tight end, which would not be a very big stretch this year, as no one really does.
Yeah.
So true. I do like that pick.
How about a flex question here? PPR. Calvin Ridley, Kenny Galladay, or Philip Lindsay? Ridley, Galladay, or Philip Lindsay, PPR? That's an interesting one.
I think I would run with the hot hand and go Ridley.
You think so?
It's a close one. Those are three good options. I just think
he's so touchdown dependent. I don't know if I like it.
He is, but he's starting to get more and more catches.
Man.
Galladay, too. Galladay, he I don't think that the PPR is necessarily going to stand.
With Galladay and Ridley, it doesn't really. They're both kind of the same, I think, with that. None of them are getting amazing, a large amount of catches.
No, exactly. You're not really getting any benefit for the
Philip
PPR.
Lindsay, you don't go there?
I like Philip Lindsay, but
it's tough.
It's a tough one. Let me think. No, I would still stick with Ridley this week.
Okay.
You going Lindsay or?
I think I actually go Lindsay. I think I do. I always kind of lean towards a running back. And I feel like they're involving him. And Ridley and Galladay, I like them both right now. I really do. But I'm going to go with the running back. I think that's. I'm thinking this one over. This is a tough question, man.
It's very difficult because you can't predict touchdowns. Ridley has had so many of them. But I mean, would you agree with that? You would go Ridley or Lindsay though. You think Galladay's really good? But
I want Galladay over Ridley.
Would you really?
Oh yeah. Ridley just had a couple touchdown catches. He hasn't done a lot. He was the third receiver on his team by far Sunday. He just caught 2 touchdowns. He hasn't done much.
Very true, but the same thing with Galladay. He doesn't usually go over.
He's a lot more involved.
But I mean, was it like?
Yeah, I'm not buying into Ridley yet.
I don't know. I think I would rather have Ridley over Galladay right now.
I'm not buying into Ridley yet. Not yet.
I think that their catches and their yards are probably pretty close. It's just the touchdowns. But
I think
if you're going to take the
Galladay's
upside,
easily going to become the number 1 on that team.
I do too, but not next week.
I think he might.
Next week? All
right. So Cooper asks, is it a smart move to drop Carson Wentz for Matt Ryan?
Do you have to drop him?
Yeah.
Do you have another quarterback right now that you're holding on to? Is that person going to be your second QB?
Yeah, I don't think I would do. I don't think I'm dropping Carson Wentz almost like right now.
Also,
for anything.
Why is Matt Ryan out in the on waivers right now? I mean, that's an interesting question.
I want to see what else you have. I wouldn't just do it.
Which one would you rather have? And let's not even say. Let's say for this week. Well, I can look up what we ranked them, but.
This week, I like Matt Ryan.
Right, Matt Ryan. But long term, who would you rather have? I still think
I would rather have Carson Wentz. I feel like it's going to come around more, especially with Alshon back now.
I do too. I really do think that they're
But I guess
be very,
Matt Ryan
very
has a better. I think Matt Ryan might have a better offense. I wouldn't want to drop Carson Wentz.
No, I mean, I would like both of them. I mean, obviously, that's not the question, but. I think I would go. I mean,
I think there's somebody else you could drop. Probably,
I would want Matt Ryan for the immediate future. Yeah. I'd give Wentz a few more weeks to really get up there. But I think Wentz and Matt Ryan are going to be really close to one another. But something tells me that Wentz down the stretch will be a little bit better. But that's completely me just speculating and guessing.
Another question is: would you drop Kenyan Drake for either TJ Yeldon or James White?
It's very difficult to drop a starting running back, even though he hasn't been playing well. But I would definitely be playing James White over him right now for the foreseeable future. So I probably would do him. I wouldn't do Yeldon though.
Yep.
Only because he's not going to be anything once Fournette.
It shouldn't be really too long term. I don't mean it doesn't feel like it's going to be. So another trade question: should I trade Corey Davis for Philip Lindsay? His other receivers are Odell, Adam Thielen, Quincy Enunwa, Devin Funchess, Doug Baldwin.
Okay.
I still don't do it. I like Philip Lindsay, but I don't like him enough.
I wish you would have told
running
us.
Backs.
Yeah, that's what I need to know.
I'll ask him. I'll send him a message.
See if he responds before this podcast is over, because I think that actually would be a fair. Look, I really like Corey Davis. I think what we saw is truly what he can do, but I don't think that offense is built to do that on a week in, week out basis. And I think running backs are really tough to come by. And I think Lindsay is going to be in it. I think maybe he's not going to be the best running back every week, but I think he's going to be playable. And if you're really struggling at running back, I would pull the trigger.
Question here is, would you trade James Conner for Travis Kelce?
I'm thinking.
If Bell's really going to be...
Yes, I would.
I think I would do too. Yeah. I think you have to.
I think this is a great time to do it as well.
Would you try... Bobby asked, would you try and buy low on David Johnson?
Yes, absolutely. I would too. I've been looking over that, and I think he will improve. There's no doubt about it. I think he's going to be a top 10 back when all's said and done. I really like the option to buy low on him. Mike
Evans or Tyreek Hill, who won the trade? Which side won? Mike Evans it was a straight up trade. Mike Evans for Tyreek Hill. You know I'm going with Mike Evans.
Yeah, you go Mike Evans.
All day. All day Mike Evans for me.
I would lean Hill. I don't think you can go wrong on that one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the fact that you guys traded him, you would rather have the other player. I don't think anyone loses.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think
value the other one.
Hill will be a little more boom or bust. Like, he'll be a little more up and down, as we saw this last week. But I think overall, he will end up being the better fantasy player.
Says, should I trade Odell Beckham for Le'Veon Bell?
Oh, ooh. That is an intriguing question.
I don't think I would. That's still 3 weeks. No, right, 3 weeks yet. They wouldn't have Bell for sure. I don't think you can do it.
I don't think I could pull that trigger.
And there's no guarantee that he's actually coming back then.
No, there's no guarantee they use him like they did either. I think they will. But it's risking a lot for someone of Beckham's caliber.
This is a good one here. I like this question from Matt. He would trade Devontae Adams to get Christian McCaffrey. Do you do it?
Devontae Adams for Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I would. I like both, but I like McCaffrey a lot right now.
Yeah, I think I would land on the side of Christian McCaffrey, especially the way, I mean, I think Green Bay will improve, but I think even if it's a similar output, I'd rather have that on the running back side. Yeah,
I mean, they're similar. It's a similar type rank for me, for those kind of players. So yeah, I like McCaffrey's side. Would you drop Devin Funchess for Tyler Boyd?
Yes,
of course, 100% going to do that. Says here's another trade offer from Maddie. He says, what do we got here? Okay, Will Fuller or Calvin Ridley? Which side?
I still like Will Fuller better.
This is where I go Ridley.
Do you? I mean, we're talking about long term as well.
Even though I just said I wasn't buying it. I mean, but you know my feelings of Will Fuller, even though I know I've probably been wrong. I've been slightly wrong. I
don't know. That's a tough one for me as well. I really do buy into Will Fuller. I think I'm more worried about the fact that if he's not on the field, that's really where the question comes in for me.
Yeah,
because I don't even think this is where I think Will Fuller can even go higher.
Yep. How about this from Andrew? Should I trade Russell Wilson for Adrian Peterson? I also have Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, I would.
I think I would.
Yeah, I would.
Because especially quarterbacks, there's so many of them.
There's a lot of them. I don't think it's very difficult. Even if the other one does, if Rivers gets hurt or whatever it may be, I think I would rather have AP because I think QBs are kind of a dime a dozen right now.
Would you trade? This is from Aiden. Would you trade Antonio Brown to get Carlos Hyde and Devontae Adams?
Oh,
I don't think I would. Antonio Brown, I think, is still a special talent who hasn't been amazing this year, but I think he will.
Yeah, I'd have a very difficult time for that. You'd have to have a team that's hurting where you have to get a running back in order to pull that trigger. I feel like there's a different trade maybe you can make.
This is an interesting one from Luke. Is John Brown, Aaron Jones, and Jay Ajayi too much to give up for Odell Beckham?
Oh, say him again?
John Brown, Aaron Jones, Jay Ajayi. He says, I have a fairly deep bench. So you give up John Brown, Aaron Jones, Jay Ajayi to get Odell.
I mean, okay. I don't like giving up two running backs.
But if those two are not starters for you, then yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you upgrade a starter, you get another starter. I would do it.
Obviously, John Brown is no issue for me. And it's not even...
If it was John Brown, Aaron Jones, it's like Aaron Jones. I like Aaron Jones more than others maybe, but
yeah.
I mean, it depends. Are they starting these guys or not? I think that's a solid deal.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I mean...
You are giving up a lot of players. But
yeah, know what? I would do it. I don't think there's... I think I could do it without looking at your team. I'm just assuming. But I think I would pull that trigger.
Let's see. Here's another. Who wins a trade of Howard and it could be either one of these two. It's gonna be Saquon Barkley for sure, and then either Jordan Howard or Joe Mixon. They're similar ranked. I still like Mixon better, but So Saquon and either Mixon or Howard for Zeke.
Saquon or Mixon and Howard for Zeke?
So I think you can't get rid of Saquon and Mixon.
No, definitely not.
I think that's too much.
It is too much.
Yeah.
Zeke has been unfreaking believable, but
Saquon's good.
Yeah, he's very good. And Mixon, when he was in there, he was good too. I can't imagine making up for that production right now. I know Zeke will have these amazing weeks, but your team would have to be incredibly good in order to take a blow like that.
One final one here. I got Ultimate 12th E Brown has a bunch of little questions here, so I'm gonna go through some of his. He's always been a long time mister of us, so might ask him more. He said, first off, what should I do with Dalvin Cook? I think you play him. I think he's okay.
Yeah. Once again, I don't think he is where he needs to be health-wise. I mean, I just don't think he's back to 100%. And I think eventually he will get there this year, and I think he will be very good. So I'm really thinking the second half of the year, he is going to be a dynamite player. So I really like him. It may be even a situation where I look for him, and if I can get him for a good deal, I go out and try to trade for him because I still believe in him.
Or would you try to trade him if you had him? But the problem is, I don't feel like anybody values him enough right now.
Well, that's the thing. I think it would be easier to go out and get him because you'd be getting him at a good deal compared to shopping him right now. I think is a bad idea.
Yeah, I think so too. And he said one of the things that he asked in here says, "Can I trust his consistency week in and week out?" No, you really can't.
No,
you really can't. But I believe in the talent. I think he's going to be fine if he gets healthy.
Yes,
and I think the team should be good.
Exactly, and I think it'll take a few weeks. So he definitely is going to be a stretch player, like down the stretch of the season. So if you need someone right now, maybe, but I think you'll be losing out on value.
Yeah, I do too. I think players like that, like him, David Johnson, those kind of guys, you just got to stick with them. You can't get rid of them. It is what it is at this point, and you got to hope they get better. So, all right, let's move on to some point spreads here, Jeff. Point spread picks. So last week, you went 7-6 in 2. So 2 pushes last week, 7-6 and 2. I went 9-4 and 2.
Oh, dang.
Not a bad week. So now I'm 31-29 and 3 on the year. You're 28-32 and 3. So you're a little bit below 500. I'm now above 500. So we'll see if now that we're 4 weeks in, we should know a little bit more here, right? We should finally maybe understand what teams are doing. So we'll find out if we do here. So we'll start out with a Thursday night game. Patriots are at home. They're playing the Colts. Patriots, 10.5 point favorites. 10.5. They look pretty good.
Who are they playing?
Colts.
10.5. No, I'm going to take the Colts on that.
I'm going to go Patriots.
Okay.
Start off against you on this one. I think they look pretty good. I think they're okay. There is a little bit of worry about maybe Gronk's out, but they have Edelman back. They might be. We'll see. Packers traveling to Detroit. Lions are underdogs.
I get the Lions wrong every week.
Lions are underdogs. 1.5 point underdogs.
1.5 points, huh?
We got the Lions right last week. We took the points. They actually came within it.
Oh, thank God.
We did.
I thought I got them wrong.
Yeah. So Lions 1.5 point underdogs against Packers. Sorry, I just got to go Packers. I don't care. I'll take that 1.5. I don't care. That's at Detroit. I'm not trusting the Lions.
I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to take the Lions. I know.
I don't know.
It's like I have this feeling. I feel like they absolutely need the win. Patricia needs it. I'm going Lions. I picked against them.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I can't.
Not like 1.5 points does anything for me, but
it's basically a pick 'em almost in a way. So Giants traveling to Carolina. Carolina 7 point favorites.
I'll take Carolina still.
Yeah, no. Giants. Let's go Giants.
All right.
Maybe because I have Barkley and Odell on my team. And Sterling
You
Shepard.
need their offense to do well.
We're going Giants. I have a feeling they're going to – this is a complete just hope that they'll come through and do something. So we got the Broncos versus the Jets. Jets are at home. Jets are 1 point favorites against the Broncos. No way. Broncos. I don't care. I'm not going Jets. Nothing will ever make me pick the Jets.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, how is that? How are the Jets favorites? Come on.
I don't know. And
I don't.
This is a weird segment to bring this up into, but every time I know he hasn't gotten a lot of looks, but every time Sutton, he keeps just getting in my head a little more and more.
Yeah,
man. He in my head, I keep being like, he is the best wide receiver in this rookie class. He is the best wide receiver.
He might be. He's interesting, that's for sure. He's out there at least. It might start turning more in his favor. I mean, Demaryius Thomas isn't really doing much.
It's really not.
So.
Who would have thought Emmanuel Sanders was going to be the one to...
Yeah. Falcons, Steelers. Steelers at home. Steelers 3-point favorites at home against the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm going to take Steelers on that.
Yeah, I think Steelers at home. I don't see them losing another one here in a row. I think they'll be decent enough and get the win. Falcons just don't have a defense. They have a great offense, but no defense. Ravens, Browns. Browns at home. Browns are underdogs, but only 3 points.
3.
I think the Ravens have been pretty decent.
They've been really good. I just feel like the Browns are due, but I gotta go Ravens.
I'm going Ravens too. 3 points is it, and yeah, I want to go Ravens there. Dolphins against the Bengals at Cincinnati. Cincinnati 6.5-point favorites. Dolphins are 3-1. They're probably the
worst, best team,
the least respected 3-1 team ever. No one believes in it. 6.5 points though. Do you think they? You know what? Miami's going to bounce back after that embarrassment.
They got crushed. 6.5 for Cincinnati, huh?
And Cincinnati has been.
I'm going Cincy.
Okay. Yeah, Cincinnati has been pretty solid. So, Jacksonville versus Kansas City. That should be a good game. Kansas City at home, 3-point favorites.
I take Kansas City.
No, I think this is the game that Mahomes comes down to earth a little bit. He's still going to be probably pretty decent, but I'm going to take the points in Jacksonville. If Mahomes gets through this and is still great, I mean, there's just
I can't buy enough Mahomes stock.
He's going to be tough to say he's not one of the top. He already is. So Tennessee going to Buffalo.
What is this spread? It shouldn't be that large still.
No. Tennessee's 3.5-point favorites.
Yeah, I take Tennessee.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah,
all day. Because I still don't know what that Vikings game was.
I don't know. That wasn't real life.
There was something off about that. That was just a very strange game. So it has to be Tennessee this week. We got the Raiders going to Los Angeles to play the Chargers. Chargers 6-point favorites against the Raiders. You know, I'm going Raiders. Because I'm not necessarily saying they're going to win, but I feel like every Chargers game is like 27-24.
I think they'll lose by 3.
Right? So that's what that's going to be. So I'm going to take those points. Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, that's
3 or 6. 6, right?
6. That's every Chargers game for the most part, right? It's always that way. So yeah, it'll be decent there. Rams going to Seattle. Rams 7.5-point favorites. I don't care. It's Rams all day.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Rams. I think I'm not going to go against the Rams at all. For the rest of this year. I don't see why you would. Double digit. I think that's just easy money. Go on my bookie and put the money right now on the Rams against the spread. I think you're going to be just all year because the spreads they're never going to get too crazy, but they keep winning by double digits every time. So go Rams. Vikings play against the Eagles at Philadelphia. Eagles 3-point favorites. This seems like a fairly even matchup here.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who This one, I truly am just guessing at this one. I like both teams. I think they have a good shot. I'm going to side with the Eagles and think that I may push this one.
I'm going to go Vikings.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm going to go Vikings on this one. Cardinals travel to San Francisco to play the 49ers. 49ers are 4.5-point favorites.
I'm going Cardinals.
Me too. I think 4.5 is a little too much right now for CJ Beathard.
I agree. And I think Rosen showed me enough. I think that they'll put some points up on the board this time around.
Yeah, I think he's all right. Dallas in the Sunday night game travels to Houston. Houston, 3-point favorites against Dallas.
Houston all day on that one. Really? Thinking about that one?
I'm thinking a little bit about it. I don't like Houston.
I don't like Dallas.
Oh, I hate Dallas. I used to be a Dallas fan when I was younger.
I mean, think about
I had a Dallas starter jacket.
Did you?
I did.
You turncoat.
I also had a Carolina Panthers starter jacket, like their expansion year. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I
had a Dallas Cowboys starter jacket.
I had Houston Rockets, but I have no idea why. Like, I was a huge Akeem Olajuwon fan. Like, I have no
In those
idea.
2 years where Michael Jordan was playing baseball, right? That's probably what it was.
Probably
right?
was.
That's about the time. I'm gonna go Dallas because of my starter jacket.
All right,
That's
it's one way to pick them. I like it.
Right? I wonder if I still have that. It's in my mom's basement somewhere.
That thing would be so small.
Maybe, I don't know. We wore them quite big back then. Those starter jackets, man. Final game, Monday Night Football. Saints are at home. They're 6.5-point favorites against the Redskins. Saints, 6.5-point favorites against the Redskins. Got Ingram back.
Yeah, I'm going Saints on that.
I'm going to go Saints as well. We'll go Saints. I think they're going to take that. All right, so that's going to do it for our picks, our point spread picks. We're getting better. Maybe if I can continue my run of 9-4 from last week, it's going to even get better than that. So we'll keep moving along. Hopefully, Jeff gets back over to 500 here soon. Keep moving up, and I think it's easier as the season goes on. We have a little bit more knowledge about these teams. We think we know what they are, but that's going to do it for today. We'll be back with the Thursday night reaction. We got Colts Patriots to react to here, so see how that goes. We'll talk to you guys then.